Alright guys, today we're going to dive into some samples that I got from Secret Chord. Let's check them out. Alright, so if you don't know, I have a podcast. If you're not into that, that's fine. It's the Whiskey Shaman Podcast. I think it's with the _ Whiskey Shaman, which is on everything, obviously. But I just did a podcast with Secret Chord Distilling. And guys, Secret Chord guys, I'm very sorry. When I posted it to YouTube, I spelt the last name wrong and I can't go in and edit it. And yeah, anyway, I feel horrible about it. I'm sorry. I'm going to make sure that this video is spelled correctly. It's not chord like a rope. It's chord like a strumming a chord. Anyway, you know, sometimes you're like, I don't know. So Secret Chord, they're making their startup new distillery that's coming up. They don't have product on the shelf yet. They're doing beta, what they call beta testing as of right now. And you have to excuse me. I am still a little, I hate to say under the weather. When you've been sick for 3 months, it's hard to be under the weather for that long. Under the weather for that long. So I am a little crook, so I might be a little askew on my tasting notes, but I'm going to give you what I have. There's actually 4 samples here, and I'm going to do their two baseline ones, and then I might do their other ones on a later video or privately or something like that. The first one that they sent was their Secret Chord. I guess you would call it a bourbon. It's 116 proof. So let's get into it. As of what they told me, this is a corn. Hold on, I can't pour and talk at the same time. This is a corn and wheat distillate that I don't know the age on it, but if you look at the color, it's not super dark. So I'm guessing it's 6 months to a year, depending. And then the other one, I'll do a side-by-side. That way you guys can, that way this video isn't 30 minutes long. The other one is what they call their Intemperance. It's basically a nod to the temperance movement, getting rid of the temperance movement that was going on in Kansas during that time. This is what they're considering their 4-grain. It's pushing the wheat back a little bit, putting malt in there, then their wheat, then rye as well. So it might have a little spice and stuff. This is only 105 proof. So we're going to pour this one up as well. And then we'll do a side-by-side and see if I can tell y'all what the difference is. And so these are not available to the public as of right now. This is just a shout-out review to kind of give them a benchmark of what they're doing. And make sure you go follow them on Instagram and stuff. They're Secret Chord Distilling. They're doing some really cool stuff, and they do some fun, quirky videos. So in my left hand, your right, is the Secret Chord, and in my right hand, your left. That's hard to do on the camera, I'm not going to lie, is the Intemperance. So let's go into the Secret Chord. Oh, it's super light. Super light. A little bit of honey. Now it's a high corn content, like 80% corn. So let me see. I get a little bit of that corn dustiness on it. Kind of like when you open a feed sack. This is what I say a lot with corn whiskeys. Like when you open a feed sack, and you get that dust that kind of piles up at you. And it's not really a whole lot. Maybe the wheat is giving it a little bit of a softness. Maybe a multi-meal type vibe. Let's get into it. Now, first whiskey of the day. Oh, that's super good. Super light, refreshing. You don't get a whole lot of barrel tannin. And at the, what was it, 116? 116 proof? Yeah, 116 proof, it's super approachable. I'm not going to say the word smooth because we don't use that smooth. We don't use that word. So, super approachable. Let me go back to it again because I got a very small. Okay, now I get a little bit more of the heat, but it's nothing like you would think at 116 proof. There's a little bit of caramel, whatever you want to call it. A really nice honey note that I don't know if those guys are getting it or not, but it's a really nice honey note. It lingers a little bit, but then there's an ethanol ding at the very end, which is kind of nice. You know, if you're, I mean, I'm guessing this is cask strength. If you're getting a cask strength whiskey, you want that little ethanol bite at the very end. All right, so let's go to the 4 grain or the Intemperance. Oh, wow. Okay, that's different. That's different for sure. The malt and the rye have really stepped the profile up a lot. There is no ethanol ding on it at all. It's like freshly baked bread. A multi-grain, which I know that's dumb because I'm saying that, but a multi-grain bread. So like a little bit of rye spice in there, but nothing horrible. I love rye bread, so you know that's not a bad thing for me. My wife makes a rye sourdough bread with a homemade sourdough. Oh my god. You know, you put it on top of your head, your tongue will beat your brains out to get to it. I'm serious, it's pretty good stuff. All right, let's dive into this, and then we'll do a side-by-side. Oh, wow. Okay, it's got a real nice caramely note with a malty backbone. The corn is still there. It's giving it some sweetness, which is nice. And then you get a tinge of like maybe a allspice or maybe a clove. A little bit of clove maybe, something like that. You're getting that halfway through the palate, and then it almost at the very end, like it's I've already swallowed and it's gone. It gets a little, I don't want to say black pepper, maybe more white pepper, where it's like spicier but not as like sharp, if that makes sense. Like a white pepper. And the finish goes on for a minute, and there's a little, you get the ethanol a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the Secret Chord. So let's go side by side and just kind of, double smell. Sorry, I'm an idiot. You gotta just deal with it. It's super clean, super nice. No faults that I can find anywhere. Super clean ferment. It tastes like. Normally, if they have a funky ferment, you can taste it. Like that's why some of the rums are the way they are. Obviously, they're using other product as well, but some rums are like that. They get real funky on you. This seems like it's a super clean ferment, super clean distillation as well. That liquor fairy, she knows what she's doing, or he. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay, to me, and this is personal preference, to me, I'm sorry, my donkey's braying again. I'm not going to edit it out. This is real life. We're doing real life stuff here. To me, the Intemperance, or the 4 grain, whatever you want to call it, Intemperance 4 grain, is presenting a lot more to the palate. It's giving you a lot more flavor. There's a lot more characteristic there for you to dive into. And like, you could sit down with this, and I might do it tonight, who knows. You could sit down with this and just watch a movie and just nose it, critique it for a while. Whereas the Secret Chord, the original one, it's a lot more, I don't want to call it basic because it's not basic. It's just a lot more easily digestible on the palate. It's not hot or spicy. It's just easy. You could put a nice ice rock, a rock in there and drink it on ice, and I think it would hold up because the proof is high enough. You're just going to get a subtle sweetness. You're going to get a little vanilla and maybe some caramel, stuff like that on it. It's super good. To me, I prefer the Intemperance. Take that for what it is. I like different flavors, and this is bringing a lot to the whiskey. So, in closing, I know I'm running on. It's fine. So, in closing, it's some amazing stuff, guys. You guys are doing cool stuff. Again, I'm very sorry I misspelled your name on the YouTube. YouTube premiere yesterday. That was dumb of me. You know, when you're blowing and going and typing stuff, I'm not a computer savvy person. Obviously, look at my videos; they're not the best quality. But this is me talking from the heart, giving you my best opinion of everything in life, basically that I deal with. If it's not Japanese whiskey, or we're talking about barrels, or doing whatever. These guys, Secret Chord Distilling, they're doing some cool stuff. You need to follow them, support them, to let them make that final leap into actually getting commercial product out there on the shelf for you. If you guys like this type of content and you're really into seeing kind of the behind the scenes of how things go, think about following my podcast. It's on Apple, Spotify, all the major things. I talk about all different types of stuff. I've been loading up all the interview episodes on here. I don't load up the other episodes on here. So if you want to know a difference, go listen to the podcast. We talk about all different types of distilling related things, whiskey related things. I bring people from the community and major players in the community. I talk about my personal experience and bring it kind of home. So I try to release one episode with a interview and another episode just me by myself talking about whiskey and whiskey related things. So if that's something y'all are into, think about popping over there, and I'll try and put a link in the description if I can figure out how to do that. Anyway, I'll try to put a link in the description for you. And if this kind of content is the stuff you like on YouTube, make sure you follow, like, subscribe right there. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying doing this. This is fun. It's something quick and easy I can do for y'all. And if you're getting some value out of it, I really appreciate you. And thank you to all the people when I do put a premiere up on YouTube, the people that show up to that and support me personally. And I really appreciate that. Yesterday I had your drinking buddy on, and he didn't have to support me, and he did. And I really appreciate that, bro. That's a big deal. I know I'm a little guy. You're not a huge guy. I'm not trying to blow smoke, but I know I'm just a little guy trying to get out there, and I appreciate you coming and giving me some support. And I really, it means a lot. It means a lot, and it means a lot to all of you, because this channel's growing a little bit, and I'm really into it, and I love it. And I don't know if you've seen this. It's the new Into the AM collab with Jesse from Still It. The Sasquatch. He's doing some shady stuff in the woods. We don't know what he's doing. He ain't going to tell you. So make sure you go over to Jesse's page and go to Into the AM. He has a coupon code you can use. You can get a discount on shirts and stuff like that. Not repping him, not sponsored by anybody. So if you want to sponsor, please hit me up. Whiskeyshamanpodcast at Gmail. Like I said, still working on it. It's fine. I'm going to edit some of this out because it's getting long. Maybe. We'll see. But until next time, guys, keep your spirits up. Love y'all.